Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam. Good morning. Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is Wednesday, October 20th, 2021, and welcome to the Java Cafe. Good morning to everybody. It is We Need to Know Wednesday. Let's go in the Java Cafe and see. Wow, y'all are really in this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Mom. Good to see you in the room, Mama Java. Good morning to my aunt Denise. Good morning. Good to see you in the room. Ma is saying good morning to the Java babies, and Daryl Drumright is in the room as well, listening in from Tennessee. Keys, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Good to see you. Props, yes, everything does look good. I appreciate you, brother. Got a couple of twisting things I need to do in the back here. Good morning to you. Misha, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Lawrence, brother, good morning. Good to see you in the room as well. Mama Java is saying a good job. The props on that video there. Sister Debbie, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Good to see you. Listen, you all know that I am very authentic in this space, and I need you all to know this morning that I am struggling a little bit with something. One of our advocates and activists unfortunately was in the media around some negative coverage and some allegations. And as of right now, I'm not really touching it too much. You all can see what you see in the mainstream media and see what is being alleged. And it you all need to know it's a very, I think, awkward situation for many of us in the community, and that's really right now that's all that I'm touching about it. I would ask that you keep the family, community, everybody, involved in your thoughts and prayers, and just leave that there for now. They're friends, they're sister, and I know some folks are going to push back. You're going to be balanced. You got to cover, and it's just, there is a personal relationship, and so it is. I'm dealing with my own issues from what's being reported. So I'm asking you all to allow me space to just process. It's barely been 24 hours, and so just allow me space to process this, and that's all I'm saying about it. So again, good morning to each of you that are in the room. Pastor Marion, good morning. Happy hump day to you too. Zoning Out Music. I believe this is my brother Isaiah and them. I hope so. I'm going to get in trouble. Listening over on YouTube. Good to see you, brother. Prop said you're too professional. Sharon, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Sharon Cornelius. Good to see you in the room. Aunt Denise is saying, praying God's strength for you today and every day, baby. I know this is difficult for you, honey. Yes, it is. It is. Toy, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Marshall, good to see you in the room. Thaddeus, good to see you in the room. Listen, I have to get the flyer together, but we just confirmed this young man and Conan Harris yesterday. But Thaddeus Miles and Conan Harris are coming into the room for the event that I mentioned to you yesterday that Thaddeus is curating. Thaddeus and Conan are curating a conversation with men and youth with the mayoral candidates, Michelle Wu and also Anissa Asabi George. And so that is taking place on Saturday. October 23rd. I'm trying to get the flyer up here so you all can see it. But please plan on coming out to that event. It is a time for Black men and youth to speak with the mayoral candidates. There was a debate last night. It was interesting, some of the points that were brought up and some of what, some of the responses. And so Black men and youth, you all have an opportunity to come and talk with both of them for an hour. It is the Black Joy Project presents a debate addressing issues concerning Black men and youth in Boston. Some of the themes that will be discussed are equity, criminal justice, and health. A mayoral debate at African Meeting House there on Joy Street. It's a 1-hour discussion moderated by former mayoral candidate and former cabinet member of the Walsh administration, moderated by John Barros. That's this Saturday, October 23rd. Doors open at 5 p.m. at the African Meeting House. That is 8 Smith Court. I keep saying Joy Street, but it's off of Joy Street. And the mayoral candidates are Anissa Asabi George and Michelle Wu. Get your tickets by going to, and this is case sensitive, all lowercase, bit.ly/BJP Black Joy Project debate, BJP debate. So please plan on coming out. Get your young men registered for that. Get Black young men registered for that, Black and brown as well, to come and be a part of that conversation. Tasha, good morning. Good to see you in the room as well. So I mentioned that because Thaddeus and Conan are coming into the room tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. to talk about this wonderful event. Next week, I am trying to work with Emerson Foster of the Black Men's Dinner, the Men's Dinner Group. They are having their conference the end of next week, I believe the 27th and the 28th. And so we're going to have Emerson Foster on next week. It's good to focus and let other brothers know that we see you in supporting these Black men. And so that is taking place on Saturday. I also want to let you know that beginning on 2 weeks from yesterday, we have entered into a formal partnership and relationship with the Massachusetts General Hospital, and they are coming into the room on next Tuesday to make that announcement with me. Dr. Joe Betancourt will be in the room, Dr. Claude Alabre, Cindy Diggs, and myself. We're going to come in and talk about the importance of equity and in community health and why they made this investment to support a local community platform that brings information to the community. So that is taking place next Tuesday, the 26th at 9 a.m. All right. For some of you that are just coming into the room now, I notice my numbers are a little up today than what they usually are. And so I'm going to, y'all know I'm honest. I'm going to presume that some folks are in the room coming to see what I have to say. Go back to the beginning and watch this over, but I'll just surmise it like this: is I'm aware of the story, I'm aware of the goings on, and that's it for now. That I'm leaving it. I have to process what's being alleged, myself, and so sorry to disappoint you, but you're not going to get any grandiose feedback and a lot of opinion from me on this situation. It is hurtful, and to just have to be in a space and ponder. So I'm leaving that there for those of you that are tuned, because I'm looking at the numbers and I'm like, okay, a couple little extra folks today. Asia, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Good to see you in the room. Sharon Cornelius is saying good morning to Queen Mama Java, Gina M. Hills Harris. She got the whole thing out. Pastor Marion, thank you so much. Mike, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Will I be broadcasting? So Pastor Marion, I talked with Conan yesterday. I am going to go live, but they are actually having it professionally streamed. And so I'll make sure you guys have that information. I'll go live here and there, and maybe beforehand, or, maybe talk with some brothers off the side, but I'm definitely going to support, and we'll do some covering for this event. Kevin, good morning. Good to see you in the room, brother. Good to see you. I seen something about, you need there are more hoodies coming. I was talking with Props yesterday, so we need to get some things in place and just figure out how to distribute them. Last year, I used Bonfire. they're kind of interesting with their batches and making y'all wait for them to arrive. But I think I figured that out. And so they are coming. Thank you so much, Pastor Marion. I definitely appreciate you. Kevin, it is cold out here. I'm waiting to book my next trip because this winter in Boston. Keys, thank you so much. Definitely definitely appreciate the support and reiteration of taking care of myself. Asia, absolutely. I respect folks allowing the facts to play out. And I will own that situations like this are handled on an individual basis. And, you know, there's already been some comments, you know, if it was such and such, or if it was you, you know, and I just have to move in a space where I feel comfortable and I feel that I am not kicking someone, quote unquote, while they're down. And so, Asia, thank you for that. Kevin, I appreciate you, brother. Absolutely, sir. Thank you, sir. Lasagna, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Good to see you in the room. Asia, you are absolutely right. Folks are quick for messy, and it and this is a real sincere sip. Let me tell y'all now, this ain't no shady sip. I know exactly what I want to say. Asia, I'll just say I agree and leave that right there. Lasagna, you didn't there's Lasagna, there's just some stuff in the media. Some stuff in the media about one of our activist advocates. Ma, I appreciate you. Absolutely. God's got my back, and thank you and others in here that have it too. Miss Little Mike is saying, don't think it's being messy when folks forget that we're okay. So I'm not delving into that. Everybody is entitled to process it like I am. And I'll leave that at that. All right, I got to move on. I'm going to Facebook. I know that chat is wild up. See, I ain't messing with y'all. So the other thing that I wanted to mention is that we are, today's Wednesday. Is today Wednesday? Not for any other. I am trying to work it out. I just have some things I need to take care of that run into the time that I'm on Spark FM. So I'm trying to work that out beforehand. But I think that is it for the announcements. Please do not forget to remind your family members, your friends, to get ready to vote. November 10th. November 2nd is right around the corner, 2 weeks from yesterday. And so it is imperative that we prepare to vote. I'll jump in a little bit into the debate last night. I think it was a good debate. I was having a conversation on Facebook with my friend, Pastor John Marshall. And she was saying that he was saying rather that as far as the debate and presentation and clapbacks and things like that, that Anissa Asabi George won. And, you know, I can, away from my biases, say that from a debate standpoint, she may have got her point and an agenda across quicker. But Michelle's not that clapback type of person. That's it. She, even though she did a little bit in her own little way last night. And, you know, if you watch her eyebrow went up a little bit, her lips got perched. I'm disappointed that things have turned this way. And so she also did say, because I've been saying this for a while, Anissa is walking around here claiming that she was the one that worked to get the social workers in school and social workers with the police. She worked with Ayanna Pressley, and Michelle Wu reminded her last night. She was like, this was in process before you even arrived to the council with the leadership of now Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley. Small clapback. But again, debates don't win mayoral elections or any election. People that go out and vote for the winning candidate, that's how they win. And so we have to get out and make sure that we vote. We have to get out and vote with the person that we believe is not a door, but is most aligned with our values, or is not a destination rather, but is a door. And I choose to believe that Michelle will have the door wider open for us to come in and have some dialogue and put some real things in place. And quantifying things. I know there's concerns that, you know, they say Michelle got pie in the sky dreams and whatnot, but why not aim? I start my proposals out in my wildest dreams, and I work my way back on what's realistic and what the budget is. And so there may be some of that and let's keep it 100. Some of the things that Michelle and because we don't know, and Anissa may aspire to, when you get in an elected office and get all of the information, things change, so we have to give space for that. But one thing that we do have to do is make sure whoever wins, we hold them accountable. So I also wanted to mention that I have invited Representative Russell Holmes into the cafe to talk about the importance of turning out the vote in Black and brown communities. He is leading a venture with some other entities in the city. And I told him I would say this, and I've said it to him, so it's not anything that he would be surprised. I need him to do a little bit more during the year and not just after the preliminary now. And we've shared that. And so we're going to come and talk about that. You all are going to want to tune into this Java, because Russell and I love the dude, but sometimes his philosophy and how he flows, I don't understand. I'm not going to say I don't. Most of the time I don't agree with it. But anybody that talks to anybody that is familiar with Russell and how he flows, his claim to fame is the bigger picture, the upper millions and billions, and he advocates for that. And then, the belief is it'll trickle down and have impact on the community. I said, well, no, if you do that, then I'm going to be there trying to make sure and pull it down. And so Russell is coming in one day Representative Holmes is coming in one day next week. I believe I invited him on Thursday, so I'm waiting to hear from his staff. And I believe that is it for announcements. I covered. Oh, don't forget that Brother Quincy has the listening sessions that are going on. The first one was Saturday. The next one is this coming Saturday, the 23rd. Go ahead and be a part of that focus group, and then go ahead and be a part of the event that Thaddeus is curating for Black men and youth. But this is a Beyond Pride focus group sessions with Quincy Roberts, who is the newly appointed liaison from the mayor's office to the LGBTQI community. So that is taking place. Quincy is not in the room today to put the link for the survey, but there's a survey going on as well. Let's go and check in the cafe before we get ready to wrap up today. Good morning to you, Elder Heidi. Good to see you in the room. Nancy, good morning. Voters will decide. Like Vision 2, results matter. Absolutely. Thaddeus is saying, I'm looking for new questions people want to be asked on Saturday. So listen, Thaddeus is opening this up. He said people, not just men. If you all have some questions that you would like asked of the mayoral candidates. Now, I'm going to say, Thaddeus didn't. I'm going to say in reference, sisters, brothers, do you have any new questions, anything specific that you would like asked of the mayoral candidates in this session? Please put them in the comments. You can inbox me. I will make sure they get to Thaddeus. All right. So if you have new questions, please make sure you get those to Thaddeus or I. And Michelle, good morning all the way. I have to shout out my sister, Latoya Edwards, that did a good job last night. Now, Latoya is a little bit like me. She doesn't have a poker face. And because I've known her and been familiar with her for some years, even before she was on NBC, I was watching, and there were a couple of times where Latoya was, she did well, but I'm a pundit, so I'm just looking extra. And there were a couple of times where Latoya's eyebrow was like, it was going up around some of the answers. One of the other things, I guess a little bit recap on the debate, and Michelle has put the link there. You all can go watch it there. You can't click it here, obviously, but the link is in the comments for you to go and be able to watch last night's debate. I think the highlight for me, and I was up here clapping and screaming, was when the moderator from Telemundo asked Michelle a question in Spanish, and Michelle was sitting there going, and then she just came out, habla español muy mucho. That's the only Spanish I know. And she answered that she understood it and answered the question in Spanish. That said and did a lot. Hey, everybody. Big brother is in the room. Stan, good morning. Good to see you in the room, brother. Good to see you in the room. Kathy is in the room as well. Good to see you in the room. I think I covered everybody. Rena, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Good to see you. Marshall. So the debate was I mean, there weren't any major highlights. I saw some comments where people didn't agree with the format. Like I said, Latoya Edwards did an excellent job. I think it was very personable. We did get a chance to see them in more of an intimate setting, and also they spoke to their policies. One of my observations, Anissa is a good debater. She is. And Michelle may not be. And one of the reasons, and I told her team this, Michelle is a brainiac, meaning that she retains. You all have seen her. She'll start talking about housing, and then something in that brain dips in about the intersectionality of obviously homelessness, and then something will stick in about health indicators or indicators of health, and then she has to pull herself back, and so that's not Michelle's wheelhouse. But one of the things that stood out last night as well, and if you were very familiar with not old, but about 10 years ago, Boston politics, and if you knew the legend, longest serving mayor in this city, Thomas Michael Menino, Michelle worked for Mayor Menino, I believe, as a Rappaport fellow. I say intern. And as I was leaving City Hall, she was coming in. And if you pay attention to what she's been doing the past couple of weeks, Andrea did it a few days before the preliminary. Michelle got some ads. Michelle's been in a couple of debates, and emails and flyers are going out. But Michelle is chilling in pockets in Boston that some of us don't know exist. I mean, in cafes, restaurants, stores, soccer fields, baseball fields. She's pulling a page out of the Menino machine. I think I was talking to Darren Howell, and we were comparing how she's operating. And 66% of the people have met Mayor Menino, had wound up meeting Mayor Menino at least once in the city. And so she's taking a page out of that. Things are going to be very interesting. So Anissa, good debater. Michelle, more policy. Now, did Anissa ask Michelle how much money her and her husband make? And about her wealth? Michelle sat back and said, I fought for and worked my way up, and I only own one home, and I consider myself to be in the upper middle class. Anissa interns and says, we're in the upper class, and we've worked hard. Well, let me behave, y'all. I'm going to behave, period. I'm going to behave across the board. But I'll just say one word. Developer. All right, I'm getting ready to mess up the act up. Listen, everyone, I will end with this. Hold on. Someone said, met Mayor Menino at your... Heidi, I ain't messing with you. Met Mayor Menino at your initial sermon. Gail, don't start. Mother, teacher, mayor. Y'all notice that commercial's gone? That commercial's not being broadcast anymore. So I am... Okay. Working with the medical industry is so much fun when it comes to scheduling. But yeah, I don't notice that commercial on there anymore, Gail. So that is interesting. Teacher, mayor. And for me, it should... All right, I'm getting off of here. The faces AG made was... y'all are going to get me. If she's... Anissa Asabi George, Marie Tamer, a few other people know that things aren't looking good for them. And they are becoming very desperate, and they're pulling out tactics that are just disrespectful, that are just unacceptable, and very much old school 1960, 65 Boston Poly. And it's indicative of some of their values and some of the values of the people that support them, because the cadence of racism in the Anissa Asabi George and Mary Tamer campaigns are consistent. So the desperation is exuding from the ill tactics. And one thing Michelle did say last night was she is sorry that it's come down to a race with these type of tactics. Maybe not verbatim, but that was the gist of her words. You know what I mean? And so I said it was going to get like this, but I did not know it. The people making, y'all find out who made that flyer. It's terrible. Terrible. All right, I want to be intentional and end on some good news. That's Boston, Pastor Marion. Yes, the peeps were meeting Menino. And Mama Java said, y'all behave. So y'all behave. Isaiah was saying, yeah, Michelle has been one of my more approachable people at City Hall. Isaiah, I ain't messing with you. Gail, it was a dog whistle at best. Dog whistle at best. Stan and cousin Mike are connecting. Mingo, good morning. Where's Mingo, Mike? I didn't see him. Good morning, brother. Good to see you in the room. Good to see you. Mingo, there he is. Good morning. Good to see you in the room, Mingo. Shout out to Mingo because, and this, how can I say this? Mingo had a case brought against him, and shout out to him that case was dismissed. In reference to trespassing when he went out and advocated in front of Charlie Baker's home. And I know there are varying opinions about whether dropping needles or not was appropriate, considered trash, whatever. But shout out to Mingo where that case was dismissed and he doesn't have to deal with that, all predicated in advocacy. And so, all right, that's it for me today. Don't forget, good morning, Dina, sister. Good to see you in the room. Let me go ahead and just remember to remind you to remember that next Tuesday, we are making the announcement with Massachusetts General Hospital. They just emailed me, so I got to figure out how we're going to get one of these videos done. But don't forget that. Don't forget also tomorrow morning that Thaddeus Miles and Conan Harris will be in the room with me to talk about the men's meeting, the men's and youth discussion, mayoral debate at the African Meeting House with Anissa Asabi George and Michelle Wu, which will be moderated by John Barrows. You do need to go and register to let them know how many people are coming. They are practicing COVID precautions. And you can do that by going to BIT. Let me just put the flyer back up. You can do that by going to all lowercase bit.ly/BJP as in Black Joy Project, BJP debate. All right. That's where you can go and register. So don't forget to do that. Don't forget to support that. I will go live, but they're actually having it live stream professionally. And so you all will be able to access that. All right, everyone. That is it for me this morning. Where is Domingo? All right. I think we are all set. Yes, that is it for me this morning. We will see you. Thaddeus is going to get me. We will see you today at 1:00. I'm going to make it work. How long I'm going to be here, I don't know. We'll see you today at 1:00 on Spark FM Online. Have a wonderful Wednesday, everybody. And remember to make it a great day. And peace. Talk to you guys soon.